So there was this video that sort of kind of broke me like 4 years ago, and it was a this to that. It was the very first one, and there was like this solid idea in my head, and then when it came to execution, it didn't go out so well. Oops. But in saying that, I thought it might be fun to revisit that piece and sort of see what would happen traditionally and also figure out what I really wanted out of it, I guess would be the answer. So let's get into it. Hello and welcome, or welcome back to the channel. If you are returning, thank you. If you're new, also thank you. But yeah, so I did this like speed painting, this to that, a long time ago when I was really into doing speed paintings. Uh, Anyways, there's this pendant and it sort of looks like holographic, very like sparkly, iridescent type situation going on, and it's with like silver leaves. Very blurry picture here. I think it was from like Pinterest or something. I don't remember. It was 4 years ago, and I knew that I would revisit it one day, but I didn't know today would be the day. So yeah, at the time, I think digital art was sort of my Achilles heel, and it sort of still is my Achilles heel. I feel like there's always room for improvement, and even as I did this traditional piece, it still felt like there was a bit of a roadblock when it came to trying to figure out what I wanted or to like how to execute what I wanted. But essentially, here's the rundown. So, character, thank you. This character is sort of, I guess, elvish in a way. Oh, there goes Oscar. Um, I think at the time I was trying to like break away from making all human characters. But anyways, so there's that. Playing with the different skin tone also was the thing. Um, so many things were going on in this piece. And then like trying to do iridescent or translucent, like the top would be having the black fabric that covers the main areas that you're supposed to cover. Um, so there's like those, and then it's supposed to be like connected all by like this translucent, flowy, fabric type thing, and that was like tricky in of itself. And I just remember it being a very rough day. Like none of the outcomes were sort of coming out the way that I wanted to, and I remember trying to do this traditionally first, and I'm pretty sure it's somewhere in one of the old sketchbooks. But then, I sort of had a breakdown doing that, because it was really hard to do so, and then I tried doing it digitally, which is what I ended up posting. And at the time, I remember the video was just so terrible that I didn't really want to post it. But then at the end of the day, the whole point of the channel is sort of to show like everything, or not everything, but like how not everything turns out the way that you'd like it to turn out, and that's okay. And that it's an opportunity to sort of grow from it. So yeah, the video is still up. It's like 4 years old. Uh, Geez, what was I doing 4 years ago? I think I was in like second year university. So yeah, that also was sort of piled on top of it as well. And I was like, oh yeah, I wanted to make YouTube this thing for me, and I had to try to get like a video every week, and it was just really hard to do that at the time. And I was stressed being a university student, and there's like a whole bunch of things that can go wrong in life. And it didn't happen to me. I just had to face university, but it felt like it was a lot. But yeah, so the video's up there. If you want to hear me sort of have a really sad breakdown, it's here. But yeah, so I thought it'd be a good time to sort of revisit that character and try to figure out how the heck do you do iridescent. Heads up, it doesn't work at all. I don't know if it's the medium or it's actually just me. Pencil crayons are fine. The pencil crayons are fine. It was just me. I was just having a hard time to wrap my head around iridescent, and then it's not just like a flat iridescent. It's like it crinkles and wrinkles and stuff. And I was like, how the heck do you draw this? So yeah. Overall, I did like to see the improvement that I had, like body proportion wise, and like seeing the change in neckline and like style. Even if it's just such a small little detail, it's still like made the piece feel better in a way. Just changing the neckline of the shirt, and like also knowing that it should be like iridescent sparkly to tie in more with the pendant that I was getting inspired from, and then also to do the pants from the white to the colorful gradient, just because like silver, the highlights is very white in there, and then it's just helps to tie in more colors. I didn't add colors for the skin though, just because I was like, let's deal with one thing at a time. But yeah, coloring pencils is totally a different thing. It takes time. It takes a lot of time, and I usually have to go off of reference because I suck at color theory. I am terrible at color theory, but I'm not terrible at realism. So if I have a reference photo with me, it's okay. It goes decent, you know? But anytime where it's like freehand color, and I'm like, oh, I'm so screwed. I can do monotone, and that might be about it. But yeah, it's always like trying something new. I think at the time of the first video prior to this, it was like also doing something new because digital art is not my forte at all. But also like I don't spend a whole lot of time doing color, which I should do more of in the future. But yeah, so I was just like really tricky trying to figure out iridescent, and I was like, should I be redesigning a totally different character? So then I thought like I'll try to design like a cyber techie person character, and then it sort of ties into that like first character in the front of the sketchbook. So yeah, I thought that was all really fun to do, and then this would be like the last project of the sketchbook, which is very exciting. I'm excited to do a sketchbook tour. I don't even know how long it took to finish this sketchbook, but I will find out when I record the sketchbook tour. But yeah, very exciting. Thought Dumpster 4 is done. I have my next sketchbook ready. It's questionable. But I don't think I'll get to decorate it really as I did for my other sketchbooks. And it's like a bit of a different dimension and stuff, but why not try something new while we're at it? But yeah, so even though it's been 4 years later and, you know, I think I improved my skills in drawing, I still felt like this was like soul sucking to me. I think it's just bad ties with the art piece that I was doing. So yeah, with that being said though, it tried iridescent, tried to design something different, and played around a bit with colors, which was fine. It's dandy. And I mean, it's definitely a different style compared to traditional art, but it's fine. Everything's fine. I'll think about revisiting this piece digitally, so then there's more like color variation and it's a bit easier color-wise for me. But yeah, traditional me and colors is decent if I have a reference photo, but it goes horrible. It goes horribly amiss when I have to pull colors from my brain. So that's always fun. Maybe that's something I'll do in the future is adding more colors to my sketchbook, which I'll complain about later, but just not right now. But yeah, so even though, you know, I'm not too happy with the end result, even like this time around, seeing the improvements does help a bit more. And it's just, it'll always be like, when do you call it done, even though you're not happy with the piece, and just knowing that like translucent is going to take a while to master. Like it's a hard material to try and color. Knowing that, and also like I was having a breakdown during the first recording of like this to that. Yeah. I just decided that I would call it stop and then maybe revisit. I really sort of like the new character that was also developed as well. Very colorful, looks very cheerful, and I hope to sort of like get to revisit that in the future. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys also don't beat yourself too hard over your pieces, because improvement is a journey and to learn something is a journey. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys all stay safe, stay hydrated, and just have a wonderful day. Bye.